This man joins us from the Richmond Footy Club, who we're going to take a look at tonight against Essendon at the Triple MCG to kick off round 22 on a Friday night. Jake King, otherwise known, of course, to the Triple M faithful as the push-up. And he's a bit dinged up, the great man. How are you?
Yeah, good, JB. Thanks, mate.
On Sunday, when I turned on the Sunday Footy Show, and I heard your former colleague, Nathan Brown, suggest that you stayed down longer than you needed to on the weekend. Now, for me, I was staggered that he would even go with it. Did you catch up with that news? And if so, I'd like to know how you dealt with it.
Yeah, no. Well, as you know, when you get hit in the agates, it's not the best feeling in the world.
No.
And it was probably the most painful thing I'd copped all year. And for Nathan, probably one of not the bravest blokes in the world to go around and give a fair bit of lip. But no, I actually paid Nathan a visit, went around to his house, and I sent a couple of messages during the week and went around to his house, and he's opened the door and actually grabbed him by the throat at that stage, and there's a little tinkle in the eye starting to drop. And I said, "It's all right, mate, settle down. I was just joking."
Well, he started to fear up.
Yeah, he wasn't too impressed about it, but yeah, it was a bit
It's
of
my
fun.
understanding you might have got him by the throat at one stage, push-up, and just let him know that if you keep going down that path, it might end up ending badly for him.
Oh, he knows that, so he knows that it's about time that if he's going to mouth off, he needed to put his head over the ball. But, you know, when you don't do that, Nathan can't really say too much, can he?
I like it. Jake, it's a very opportune time that you come into the box because we've had a really serious falling out between two of our members here in Jim and the Warrior, who Garry and I virtually had to leave the box. They were going at it that hard.
Just a strong disagreement, push-up.
They're that far off a punch-on. And push-up, who would win that fight?
Heavyweight.
Who would win that fight, you reckon, between Warrior and Jim?
Jim's a big boy, so
Thank you, push-up.
you know, I'm going to back me man in every day of the week.
I think Warrior might get him.
Thank you.
Is there a Mrs. Push-up?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, well, that's good. So, do your footy trip still in vogue, or do you just wander off with Mrs. Push-up?
No, well, we're not meant to have a footy trip, and the boys are going away. Boys are going away in September when my operation's booked in, so I wasn't too happy about that. They wouldn't shuffle it forward for me, the mongrels. But
So you'll go and find a beach and just sit back and...
find a beach, sit back. Nice place in Seminyak in Bali there.
Oh,
So sit there. There's a nice villa, Villa Jody. So I've already booked there, and it's got this nice little private pool and 10-foot walls
That's
around
how he
it.
rolls,
so you
little
can-
A few push-ups in between.
He does whatever he likes.
Just a couple, just 300 or 400.
Gary, when you're at the elite senior level at a club, you can sort of organise your own start time to pre-season. You can do what you like. That's where
that's
the
true.
push-up's at.
I'd like to get the camera in the Seminyak private villa and just see a little bit of body work being done, Jim, before he wanders along the beach.
Jake, just before we let you go, and no doubt you've heard some replays of Jim calling you. Do you get a little bit embarrassed sometimes when he goes completely over the top?
Oh, I go a little bit red, but I look at it, sit back. At least someone out there knows my name. So, you know, it's a good thing. Every now and then we need a hug and told everything's going to be okay. And if Jim's up in the box doing it for me, then, you know, all's well and good.
Everyone calls you push-up now.
Yeah, it's done and dusted.
In the street, push-up!
Yeah, you walk down the street and you turn and, yelling from their cars. And
Hey, I was just at Eton Dorney at the rowing in London, and at one stage of your walk from the media area to the commentary box, you actually had to walk between the grandstands. And obviously over there, she's your Slovakian jippers and everything, so you tend to be able to go unencumbered. And one day, Gary, and I think the Australian 4 were about to do their stuff, I was walking between the stands, and from right up the back, I got, "Push up! Sausage!" I looked up and there was this Aussie flag waving jipper. So you're even very famous in that part of the world, push up. That's how far your reach is.
well, I only have you to thank, Jim. So most people don't realise I can't play this game. If it wasn't for your commentary getting me up and about,
Don't sell yourself
you know,
short.
you've got me a couple extra years out of it.
I
So.
wonder if it's possible for Push-Up to have a little earpiece in and to play with the commentary being beat into his ear.
I don't think he knows.
That'd elevate him even further.
Already at a high enough level. Good to see you, Jakey boy.
No, thanks for having me, boys. It's been fun.
Thanks,
Good on
Jake.
you, mate.
Good man.
Jake King, the superstar from Richmond, joins us, the
Thank
push-up
God
king.
he came in too, Chief.
Matty Thompson.
Diffused.
Shut up.